Deceptively easy champs in mid lane for Master Plus. These champions aren't necessarily easy, as every single champion league is hard, but these are the champs that people think is triple S difficulty that might just be an A. First up, we have Akali. This champion is objectively hard, but she's not as hard as some people make her out to be. She's not like a top 5 hardest champ in the game. Her mechanics really aren't that complex. Her W usage can take some getting used to, but Master Plus, a lot of it is basically just kind of mashing your keyboard and spacing with Q and autos. It's not just keyboard mashing, but it's really not as hard as people make it out to be, and your macro oftentimes isn't that complex compared to other champions. Overall, hard champion, but not like Azir hard, in my opinion. Next up, we have a very similar champ to Akali. We have Sylas, who is basically just Akali 2, in terms of his mechanics aren't really as hard as people think he is. His combo usage is pretty simple. The really hard part about Sylas is understanding your role in a game, not the mechanics of it. And while that is definitely hard, it's not as hard as some people make him out to be. Again, he's not like Cassiopeia Yone hard. Next up, we have Hui. Hui is hard, like he's hard to climb with compared to other control mages because he's pretty low agency, but fundamentally he's also really forgiving because of how much wave clear he has and how good his utility is, and that's why a lot of Hui players can get away with kind of subpar mechanics but still win a game because of how strong their utility is, their CC, their slows. I see people saying he's like the hardest control mage, and that isn't even remotely true. I think Orianna is leagues harder than Hui is. Next up, we got Ryze. Ryze is hard until you get to about Diamond Elo, and then you realize he's not actually as complex as you think he is. Yes, you have to play sides. Yes, you're not as amazing in team fighting, but your early game is way, way better than it used to be. Your level 1 is actually quite strong with your point-and-click W. Fighting isn't really that hard since a lot of your spells are point and click and you have a really strong slow on your W. You kind of want to fight people in side lanes, then make a man advantage with your ultimate. He's just like any other man advantage champion in my opinion. He really isn't that complex. Finally, and this will surprise some people, we have Echo. A lot of people seem to think that Echo is an OTP only champion, that he's absurdly hard to play in high elo mid lane because of how simple he is. But in my opinion, that's simply not true. He is simple, yes, but his laning phase is so incredibly strong. Q, level 1. One-shots the backline if you cast it twice. That is insane. Most champions have to be level 4 or 3 with 2 points in their spell in order to one-shot the backline with a Q. Echo can do it from level 1, easily neutralize most lanes, while at the same time having a variety of playstyles with Hailed Blades and Electrocute. People think this champion is like one of the hardest and most complex champions mid lane because of his W usage, and that is 1000% not the case. Am I tripping? Smoking? Do I know nothing about League of Legends? Let me know.
Also like and follow, please.